Billy. Oh, I already tagged him.
Yeah,
Somebody had to get his back. But now let you treated him like a redheaded stepchild.
I'm tagged, and I'm tuned in.
What's up? We're the Freestyle Freaks on HamiltonRadio.net. I am Ralphie Rotten, also known as DJ Noise. My right-hand man, Billy the Kid. Ruben on the wheels back there. It is 2019. What is up? What is up, Mr. Billy? What you been up to for these last 2 weeks? I'm like, I haven't been on, so I'm like, I'm a little rusty. I feel like, I missed a couple weeks, so it's like I'm still in the holiday party mood. How was your holiday?
It was good. As far as
how was Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas.
Wait, back to rewind all the way. How remember we left off? We were still little. Your stomach was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have your appendix removed?
Yeah.
So and you were still in some slight pain.
Yes.
How are you feeling now?
Still messed up.
Oh, dude, you should have been better from last time. You sure they didn't take?
No.
You sure they didn't take out a kidney back there?
I mean, as far as getting around, like I could get around. I can't do nothing strenuous like as of right now.
Well, how long is your recovery? Another 6 weeks or something?
I mean, they actually just extended it. Actually, my first day back to work was supposed to be today, January 7th. So I came back. I went back today. But it was a bunch of stuff in the meantime. Like the paperwork that they forwarded over didn't specify whether I was able, my job is physical. So
how are you, if you can't do anything strenuous, how are you going to move cases and cases and cases and cases?
Right. So right now, I'm just there. Because I worked at a medium with him. No disability had kicked in. I was down to like the last of my reserves, and I needed money coming in. Disability take forever, so I'm like, listen,
I gotta take up to 3 weeks.
I'm like, I can't do my physical job, but I was like, I'm showing up. I'm showing up whether you guys want me to or not. So we struck a medium, and we all agreed that I could show up to work. So I'm not doing much of nothing though. So it's kind of easy. I'm kind of living the dream right now. But
that's
yeah,
not
Christmas
bad, right?
Christmas was I was laid up. Of course, I couldn't do much. New Year's was the same. I didn't go out for New Year's. I just spent the time at the house, with the family, with the kids and stuff, and watched the ball drop. And I was pretty much out after that. I had the comedy show leading up to that. December 27th, I had the show at Champions. So shout out to Georgette Nicole, for coming through. DK performed. Will Wright, shout out to him for hosting it for me. And my man Chris Smith coming all the way, from Philly to, pretty much tear the house down. And, we delivered. After that in particular show, I said, yeah, it's time for a hiatus. I did the hour, I did the DVD. I was busy for a lot of 2018.
Yeah, you capped off the 2018 with your DVD projects.
Yeah, the hour.
Show after show after show.
Yeah.
Growing into big names. Doing different cameos and on the spot here, on the spot there.
I'm not saying I'm stopping. I'm not stopping for 2019.
You
but
had a busy
break.
2018, whereas I was not as busy. Well, listen, I worked.
We're all equally busy. We all busy, bro. From work to kids.
Well, yeah.
To everything. Man, but I'm gonna take a break. I'm still gonna come hard for 2019. But it was 2 shows. It was 3 shows on Saturday. I didn't make either one of them. Will did a show. Shout out to him. Out in Mount Holly. Unfortunately, I didn't go. Just from Supreme Alliance and Tangel, they did the show at Open Arts Pack. On Saturday. I also didn't go. It was another show in Willingboro that I didn't go. I just need to put my body on a charger, I don't have no shows lined up, like nothing, and I'm totally fine. I'm cool. I just need
So you're starting the 2019 on a slow, like on a slow
I'm at
vibe,
that. I'm at that age, man. I'm at that age where silence is just golden right now. I don't want to be around speakers and music just pumping like all inside my ear, and then waiting, to actually, get on and perform and bars and just everybody. I just, I'm taking it easy, but
My,
it's a lot in store for 2019.
my
Just not right now.
Christmas, my Christmas was, was blessed, of course. I have Junior now. I have a Junior, a little a little mini me. And I had, I feel like I had my family this complete. So I really, Christmas to me, it's not about presents. It's about more,
Word.
of the relaxation, the people that are around you. But it was chill. My New Year's was also, home. I elected to stay home.
What was that concoction of a drink that Linda made?
Well, I think she made.
She made something.
She made
I seen her post a
Bacardi.
picture.
I think
her
she
and her
made.
friend.
I
What
think
was
she was
it?
making Malibu Bay Breezes.
Because her face said it all, and whoever was sitting next to her, and they both did, I guess, like the cheers, and it was like how I get once I mix the drinks.
Well, I thought that I would be probably inebriated, but I wasn't. I really didn't. I had maybe 2 beers.
That's what's up.
If that, I mean, I don't. My alcohol intake is not as much as it is. I don't drink that much, but I do drink
anymore.
I do drink a lot. No, I drink. I drink more, but not as much anymore. I guess maybe it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
And I work in the industry, so it's like it's really there. So most people when they go and drink a beer, they drink maybe a 6-pack, right? Maybe so
Ooh,
often.
Even that's a lot.
Me, I drink like 1 beer a day, if that. Sometimes. But it's I don't know how we got into that. But
New Year's, and you said that you didn't drink as much.
I didn't.
But then you said I drink a lot, but I don't drink as much. And you said
I
it's
didn't
kinda
drink that
complicated.
much. So yeah, for New Year's.
Yeah, but you wasn't messed up.
But I wasn't messed up. I had a,
I didn't drink that much either.
after that drink that Linda made,
Hey,
somebody had to stay sober.
I said I didn't drink that much either.
Yeah, you don't drink at all.
I know.
But it was chill. I didn't want to drive anywhere. I was invited to places. That I didn't want to deal with the other drivers that could be drinking and driving. Yeah. I didn't want to put my family in.
You could just feel it. You like I could go out if I want.
I'd rather stay home. I'm at a point in my
Now I gotta say, guys, since you're on the drinking, I didn't mean to stop you, but this stuff right here, I was trying out. I don't want to get the name out too much, but this kombucha. Now
whatever the hell that is.
Is it like related to Sambuca?
Is it alcoholic?
No, it's dragon fruit.
Then why the hell are we talking about it?
Just chimed in with the wrong information.
I want to say I never had a drop of alcohol in my life, right?
Yeah.
And when I smelled this thing, it smelled like alcohol.
Maybe you
And
should
not
be drinking.
really. You got to be careful in certain liquor stores, man, because like it'd be like some fruity looking drinks, and you got to read
But the thing is,
the
I didn't buy
label.
this
It'll
from
tell you
the
it's
store. I
alcohol.
bought this from ShopRite.
Then it's not alcoholic.
No, it's not alcohol.
Well, thank you.
Nah,
Thank
I'm
you.
just
Thank
saying.
you for interrupting and just throwing that curve out of left field.
So, like,
Not even alcohol. Like, I
super
thought
random.
he was like, well,
super random.
if you like alcohol, this is fruity. But no, this is not even alcohol. You got it at ShopRite.
That was the first question that we asked. Like, is it alcohol? No. All right. Then
Yeah.
how did you make it here? Like, how did you make it?
He just want. Somebody's probably paying him to promote it.
Nah, it's like
He wants us
if
to
he's
talk
not in
about
front of a camera, you're not going to see his butt. You're going to hear his voice say something.
But back to what I was really interrupted by Ruben talking about his
She said
fruity
that,
energy
that
drink.
She didn't want to
It
be
smells like alcohol
on the
from
road
shopping.
with other drivers that were
Yeah. I didn't want to be out there.
like Jay Bless, who said once you're past being in your 20-something phase, New Year's is overrated. He said I was at work that night. I mean, shout out to the people that was at work.
Listen, I worked New Year's Eve. I mean, I didn't work the whole Eve. You know what I'm saying? But I worked New Year's Eve.
Right.
it was chill.
My job did too. Yeah, they was out there inside the hustle and bustle with it, cause like I still kept in contact with a lot of the drivers, and yeah, one of them was going through it. His truck had actually broke down as he was on his way to go pick up more, and I'm like, yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
But it was it was. Listen, I'm blessed that 2018 was a great year, for the books for me.
What channel did you watch it on? I watched it.
Whatever the channel that John Legend's wife was all rained out, washed out, and she looked drunk as shit.
Yeah, I was watching one with Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was dressed like Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, he looked like
a fur coat on with like a fur hat, and it was all purple.
He looked like who was it? He looked like Mr. Scrooge.
The Chinese dude from Hangover.
The DuckTales, the
large Pat McQuack.
The father,
the pilot.
No, who was the guy with the money?
Oh, Scrooge.
Scrooge.
Yeah.
He was dressed like Scrooge.
And the Chinese dude from Hangover, I just thought he was high off something, man. He was just too wired up. He was way too.
You never know. Listen, it's New Year's. They got the money. They could do whatever the hell they want. New Year's, everybody's under something that day.
So, like, did you enjoy your New Year's?
Yeah, it was like I said. It was chill. I was blessed. I enjoyed it more because, I had a lot to be thankful for. It was. I was more thankful that I had my family around me. It was chill. It wasn't too crazy. It was just right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was staying home and I was content with that. Right. I didn't have to drive anywhere. My family's home. They're safe. Listen, if it was, a different kind of holiday, I'd be willing to drive. But excuse me, I'm still tired from the holidays.
Just talking about it.
But I was happy.
Last New Year's,
I stayed home.
All right. Yeah,
No. Actually, I went to a friend's house. Yeah. I went to a friend's house. That was chill.
I was at a comedy show. I was watching comedian Capone, and they did the ball drop ceremony there.
I went to a friend's house
at the hotel in Levittown.
That was chill.
I was at a comedy show. I watched.
What the hell are you doing?
Remix of our voices, huh?
Are you doing a remix of our voices?
I thought he was like gonna start scratching and stuff. Like I was at a comedy show. Right.
He put the headphones on like he was gonna scratch. So I was like, "All right, Ruben, what are you doing now?" Listen. Always thank the guy behind the tables back there, Ruben. In other news, real briefly, we will talk about Trump. Trump is, I guess he's going against all odds, the House, whoever. He's threatening to keep the government shut down for months upon months.
It's actually open right now.
Unless he gets his wall.
The Democrats opened it.
Well, yeah.
Brief.
Some people are there, some people are not. It's he wants this wall, but listen, we all know they built tunnels. These immigrants built tunnels. The Mexican people, the Spanish people, the Latin people they're not going to climb the wall. They're going to build tunnels under. Okay, that's what they've been doing for many years.
Do you think that this shutdown is like going to hurt us economically?
Yeah, I posted something that, yes, he ran on his campaign on making America great. First of all, America was, I don't know if we were great already, but to making it great, to intentionally trying to devastate our economic infrastructure by shutting down the government infrastructure and, not getting people paid and, income tax checks could be late, like
all type of government assistance.
Yeah.
To get stopped and
everybody is not getting paid except the military or something like that, like.
You got people that's showing up to go to work that's not even getting paid. You got people like that's out of work.
But see, that's where you can't do that. You can't stop and interrupt services. You just can't do it.
And shout out to the Democrats for taking over the House because like they really standing firm. You know,
well, I mean,
not
well now
way,
he's gonna.
Man, he's just gonna be throwing tantrums.
Well, now he's
and
gonna
this
have.
Is what happens when tantrums.
Well, now that the Democrats have the House, it's gonna be a lot harder for him to make any kind of moves.
For him to throw tantrums.
Well, he's not gonna be able to do things.
But
then,
his word is going to be called out, like not only by the Democrats and like people like who actually think logical with reasoning and stuff, but like when he said inside the interview, he said, "I take full responsibility for this government." He said, "I take full responsibility." You can rewind it 3 million times. It's not going to change what he said. As soon as the government gets shut down, he goes, "The Democrats caused this shutdown because no. Like you clearly said that if the government gets shut down, it's clearly a responsibility. We could run that. Ruben could find the audio and play it, which I'm not going to have him log out of Pornhub to do that. But I'm quite sure, he could find an audio that says I'm totally responsible for the shutdown, and then turn around and go, it's your fault.
What do you think?
And then to say Mexico is going to pay for the wall. He said we won't pay a dime.
So do you think he's wrong in this?
The contradictions. I mean,
do you think he's wrong in the way he's doing?
You got to be a man of your word. To the start of his campaign, who did he say was going to pay for the wall?
Mexico.
Blatantly. You could rewind that 3 million times.
Yeah.
Mexico's going to pay for the wall. Rewind. Mexico's going to pay for the wall. Rewind. Then he goes, we're not going to pay a dime. Then it switched to $5 billion, all off taxpayer dollars, all off of us. And Mexico is not even so much as building, even attempt to help build the wall. So I don't agree with that necessarily and particularly because there's different ways to go about it and do it. But then it's the same man that says, I'm going to take I sound like a broken record. I'm going to take full responsibility for the government shutdown. And then as soon as it gets shut down, he goes to Democrats caused the shutdown. So
in other news, what are your thoughts? I've seen a video surfacing through social media where there's this guy that's, I guess, transitioning into a woman in a GameStop, and he's like, the guy said, "Sir," and he's like, "It's ma'am to you." Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like,
I seen how scared that kid was. I was a kid at GameStop.
I think I would have kicked his ass.
I could understand that kid's position. It looked like that was his first job. He looked young, and he even apologized. He even apologized, and he was like, "I'm sorry, ma'am. For this person to get irate and belligerent now as a customer. On the other hand, I don't work there. I'm not the cashier. I'd have told you go F yourself, and probably why don't you tone it down inside the store? Like we would have took a different approach.
Yeah.
But I just felt like it was so disrespectful. Like this kid is trying to work here. Okay, you had a misunderstanding. Talk to a manager, talk to corporate, whatever it is that you need to. And I'm not about to call you ma'am. You have a voice that's deeper than mine. You're like 6'7" and all of that other stuff. Like, no, like you really had to, like if I was thrown off.
You got a bulge in your pocket.
Listen, if your surgery is good and it throws me off, you'll get a ma'am. I'm like, okay, ma'am. But that, like, this guy looked like Macho Man Randy Hogan. Flair. All of them just put together. Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair just all put together. I wasn't calling you. I was never calling you ma'am, sir. I call you Mr. Like schmam.
And what about that fight in McDonald's?
Now see. That's what
Listen,
happened.
I don't know who that girl was, but I'll take that girl on my team.
Look at the difference in the establishments here. You had GameStop here, and this ain't nothing to make white, black, none of this other stuff. I'm just using my comedic rhetoric here. But you have GameStop, and let's just say this guy's name is Timmy, and he's arguing with John. John thinks his name is Jane. So they're just going through it back and forth. Timmy's trying to be professional. Sir, all right, Cole, you could, ma'am, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm going to call corporate. The McDonald's, this guy was arguing about a straw. The lady like, look, straw's over there, bro. Why don't you run over there and get it for me? Like, first off, you ain't about. I work hard. I don't even want to be at this job right now. This man made the horrible mistake.
He grabbed her.
Of reaching over the counter.
He grabbed her by the
grabbed this chick, man. She probably just got her hair done. She just got her nails done. You're not about to mess. Let's call her Tasha. You're not about to mess Tasha's uniform up. You know how long it took her to
fuck with Tasha's.
She ironed this shirt because she was
just got
already
her
running
hair
late.
Did. Don't fuck with Tasha's
She's
hair.
cramping.
She got
And on top of that, now she's a real woman.
She got the nails done.
She's not John trying to be James. She's a real Tasha. So she's cramping. She's going through menstrual cycles. The last thing she needs is a dude coming in there arguing about you got a straw. Look, you a grown ass man. Go over there, get your own damn straw. But he reached over and he grabbed this girl's. When he grabbed her shirt, you know what he ordered? He ordered
a kick-ass.
He ordered the Mayweather combo.
No.
With a 20-piece
kick-ass.
With a 20-piece McFlurry.
Punch in your mouth.
She would have kicked him in his McRibs. He got a double cheese McAss whooping. Do you understand me? She hit this dude.
She really kicked his ass.
You ever play Contra? Contra, you could get the codes with fighting.
Wait, you ever?
Uppercut,
No,
like
wait. You
left,
ever?
left, uppercut, 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 left, right, down. That's
you
what she hit
ever played Tyson's Knockout?
Mm-hmm.
That was that.
Mm-hmm.
That was the game right there.
She
just hooked off on him, and
he
got locked up.
She gave it to him his way.
Job.
How did they say it? Have it your way? Yeah,
well, he had it his way.
That's the way you wanted it. You came in there acting all ignorant, and that's what happened. And he better be glad that they was actually backing her up. You know, like I seen, a lot of people blame these kids, man, and they're like, how could you guys just sit around there and let him grab her like that? And why are you guys backing her up? Bruh, by the looks of this video, she whooped his ass. She ain't need no help.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do was get her off of that damn man, because he clearly knew he bit off more than he could chew. He was much bigger than her, too. Size-wise, weight-wise, he was bigger than her, and she gave this man the McBusiness.
McBusiness.
And then they're saying that, she had got fired. Then it switched to saying that she was on leave because corporate needs to save face now. Like, how's it going to look that he reached and assaulted her first? She defended herself. Then I hear people saying, like, you don't know how these people are when you go there. Like, they just talk so reckless and ignorant, this, that, and the third. Bruh, you a grown, like, you work at McDonald's. How happy you want me to be? Like, I'm trying to give you the service. Like, the last thing you need to do is come in here with this attitude, and I'm already working for almost next, I wouldn't say next to nothing. People are like, well, it's $15 an hour. It's still minimum wage. Still.
So, we go to my topic. My Eagles are still in it.
Yeah, shout out to my dad. He's the biggest Eagles fan I know, man.
And sure enough, I did predict the win. I predicted it early on Facebook. That I had my money on the Eagles.
A lot relied on that even before this game, because it actually relied on the Bears actually beating the Vikings. Had the Vikings actually beat the Bears, the Eagles would have won their last game for pretty much nothing. So the stars were lined up.
The Bears helped us into the playoffs, and we helped the Bears out of the playoffs.
Yeah. And y'all going up against the Saints next.
We're going up against another juggernaut. It's like
New Orleans Saints, but they beat the Saints already.
No, we got the Eagles got beat. The Eagles got beat 48-7
by the Saints.
By the Saints
on the last game.
No, not the last game.
Yeah,
but
no. The last game they beat the Saints, and Saints had like second best record, like besides San Diego at the time.
No, last time I think they got beat was 48-7 by the Saints in November. So it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be an easy fight. I mean, Drew Brees has got wide receivers all over the place. He's got running backs. He's got a line. He's got a second. I mean, he's got a complete team. He's got an amazing team.
I ain't gonna lie.
But
their record's still pretty good.
But you just never know. You never know. Look at yesterday, right? The Eagles won yesterday.
The stars really lined up for the Eagles.
Like the magic of Nick Foles is
6 out of 7.
Like his Ruben just threw his alcoholic smelling pomegranate mutagen away. He just his mutagen away. God knows what the hell he was throwing. He was drinking. But yeah, I think I predicted a repeat with the Patriots and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I say it here. I could be wrong, but I could also be right. The stars could align for this to happen again. Of course, not on the same magic, that Nick Foles had last year.
No, man, you don't really need
but-
no magic now, man, because that line is awake. It's awake.
Yeah,
man.
they're playing.
And
They're
then-
playing on a whole
and-
different
and
level
people-
of football right now.
Like I heard people they were blaming Foles, man, for those couple of picks, but his arm was precise.
Yeah, but
he just can't stop good defenders.
Of course. Listen, of course, the guy got 2 picks, and he admit, listen, I had 2 bad picks, but he's kept them in the game.
Yeah,
He didn't
better than Wentz.
He didn't give up. Before the game, I preached and I said, listen, the 5 or 6, 7 things that were going to differentiate the Bears from the Eagles was the Eagles had the experience. The Eagles had the experience of already being there. The Eagles had the playoff experience, multiple players, not just that team that was there last year. We're talking about Chris Long. Chris Long is, former Patriot with another ring before he got there. So you had a couple players already with rings before, the Eagles officially won their ring. So you had a team that was already battle tested, already veterans of playoff, game, playoffs, the postseason. So.
All right, thank you, Jay Bless. He said Eagles got destroyed by the Saints during regular season. He said bye.
Yeah, see?
Ooh, he hating bye Eagles bye.
Listen. Hate they.
What is this? You better come
back
back at him. I hope you got to come back. I hope you got to come.
Listen. I'm gonna give my comeback right now. Okay. His team is probably not even in the playoffs, so it's okay. They were hating on us last year. Every game they're like, "Oh, y'all gonna lose. And guess what? We were there. Listen. Nick Foles can go out and win 5 Super Bowl titles, and they'll still hate on us. Okay, they'll still hate on the Eagles.
That's because, man,
somehow,
that's
somewhere.
because the biggest smack talkers in football, and the world know this, are Eagles, Giants, and Cowboys. You're not gonna find no bigger smack talkers than those.
Back to what I was saying. That was one. The numbers with Nick Foles versus Mitch Trubisky are, it's a big lopsided. On paper, Nick Foles is the better quarterback. Records. I mean, he's got records. He's got experience. He's got Super Bowl ring. He's got Super Bowl MVP.
Those picks,
the
don't
numbers
even matter. If you actually look at the precision of his arms again. A good defender is a good defender. His arm was on point. He didn't just throw recklessly. And it wasn't. It just got
and let me remind you, it wasn't even Nick Foles who actually won that game. It was a complete team win. Mm-hmm. Nick Foles alone didn't win that.
That was a team that was waking up. I feel like going into the Saints, they're going to be wide awake.
Well,
it's going to be a problem. They're definitely
gonna play. They're definitely gonna play to their full potential. I mean, another thing I said that it was clock, time control, clock management. Look at the last play of the game. Peterson at the very last minute when Parkey was gonna kick it, he kicked the field goal. He placed the timeout precisely at the right time. Time clock management. Played in the Eagles' favor. Another one was contain Khalil Mack, and that was really, 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 crucial because containing Khalil Mack was the decisive, point that you had to make is contain him, because then he can't get at, Nick Foles. So those are, a couple of things that allow the Eagles to play to their potential, even though it was only a 1-point game. They still get to move on to the Saints, a bigger juggernaut. Hopefully, listen to my Eagles. Hopefully they do what they have to do. But I got my money on my Eagles, man. I got my money on the Eagles.
I believe they will. If they come out full potential, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, listen, nobody wants to play the Eagles. They know once they get on that rhythm, let's just say, what if Nick Foles wins another one? There's a meme running around, Facebook right now saying, "Oh my God, we're canceling he's calling his wife and we're canceling our vacation, then we might win this again.
Hey,
You know, like,
man, you better address Jay, cause Jay coming. How he coming? He said he a diehard Cowboys fan, man.
well, you know what? Sorry,
So
but
is my sister,
no
yo.
disrespect.
So is my sister.
But you know, you got the Cowboys got their hands full. They're in it, you know, for the first time since 2014, I think. Am I correct? You might, if you want to quote me on that, yeah, you could quote me on that. Do I think the Cowboys have it to go all the way? No,
Nah.
absolutely not. You guys are a couple guys short of getting there.
Being honest.
Maybe next year or maybe the next year after that. But you guys gotta play more consistent.
Turn Dak into a strawberry daiquiri.
Well, Dak is good. He's got to be more consistent. You know, and that's the truth. He's got.
I feel like he overrated.
Oh, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's great.
I mean, just
You
personally,
know, quarterback wise, he's great.
I feel
He's
like
got to be a little bit more consistent.
I feel like inside the NFL, he like the Carmelo Anthony of the NFL.
Well, maybe.
Somebody need to pick Carmelo up too, man. NBA need to stop playing, bro. That man ain't no bum.
And two other
Yo,
different.
He taking mad shots here. The Eagles been short for 50 years.
It's all right. Listen, we got our ring
Right.
last year.
Defending, though.
We are defending it
You
now.
do gotta hold that L. They defending Super Bowl champions. So
Yeah,
regardless,
we are
regardless,
still-
as long as they in the game,
Exactly,
every
we're
team
still
gotta
the
hold. Every
champions
team gotta
right
hold
now.
that L. They gotta hold that L, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So, listen, I'm not. He can talk all the shit he wants. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he can talk all the shit he wants.
He is.
The number-
they
the nu-
pinging in. They like
the-
ping ping.
The numbers don't lie.
He
The
just keep on
the
pinging.
Eagles are the real deal. As long as Nick Foles is in the fold, they're the real deal. You see, the reason why the Eagles are doing so well is because the numbers on paper with the Eagles.
Yo, he said one ring. He said we got 5.
Yeah, those rings were when's the last time you guys got your rings?
What is that, 20 years?
Like 20 years ago? Yeah, exactly.
It's about 20.
20 years ago.
Where were
So
you
those-
20 years ago? Let me see. What was that? But I don't want to even get him started because he gonna be like, where were you 50 years ago? I wasn't even born, bro. All right, fight over.
Hey, listen.
Fight is over.
Listen, I there's no need to argue. My Eagles were proved last year that they're the best team in the NFL,
I need
and they're fighting now for their lives to prove that they are
Hey,
again the team to beat.
real quick before we jump into that, I need to do an early shout out before we even get to shout outs. I gotta do an early shout out. I want to give a shout out, man, to my boy Donnell McDuffie because he asked about the DVD. He just cashed at me $25 just now, even though they only 10, so I'm assuming I got to send him like 3 copies of it. All the way down in Georgia. So shout out to that. Thanks for the support, man. I appreciate that. And he was serious. He's like, you got cash app? I'm like, yeah. It was like, bing. I'm like, oh, sent it. Okay.
I got that Venmo, so you can set like really that quick cash passing cash.
I
thing.
just learned about this stuff. I know nothing about this. Like, I just got money
Venmo?
just like sitting in there, even cash app. Like, I'm trying to learn all of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
All I
either.
know is that it transfers through and then notifies you like when money came through. I'm like, $25. Oh, he just hit me with 25 big ones. Thank you.
So, back to our show. We are working to bring some guests this year. Pretty soon we're bringing back Santiago, councilman. I spoke to him yesterday, and he sends his regards to everybody. He wants to come back on. I invited him on. He's going to talk about.
I like hearing this. I like hearing his stories, bro.
We'll talk about Trenton and I
When he
For
came
real,
up,
for real.
He actually just chopped it up. He
for
chopped
real
it
for
up.
real. His interview was one of my favorites.
Yeah. I liked his stories.
It was-
man. He had
it
some
was
deep
just-
stories to tell, man. On and off.
It was just one of those, original, one of those, down to earth interviews. It wasn't just an interview. It was more like a conversation. It's what we always strive for. Just having a, just chopping it up, like what we had with Dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
interviews like that are the ones that I love.
I like it because it take you away. Like
Yeah,
somewhere
you
else.
know,
like when he was breaking down like his childhood and like coming up and stuff. I'm like, yo, like this is an interesting. I'm like, yo, you got an interesting life, bro. Like, man, like, all right, like
And the guy's doing an incredible job in office right now. He is,
and successfully got
making change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
got voted in, man.
That's what I like to like I said, I was talking to him yesterday.
And he represents diversity too.
Yeah, he called me yesterday. We're out of the blue just talking. So that's what I love. That's what I love about that guy. Doesn't forget about his friends. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't forget about his contacts and stuff like that. So we talked about it for a good half hour. And I invited him back. So I told that to Ruben. By the way, tomorrow I'll be back here tomorrow for a special crossover show with the DJ Danny show, right? I'll be interviewing some Miami Dolphins personnel right here at 7:00 via phone because they're still working, and we're gonna be here tomorrow. But check it out, tune in. It's not gonna be like our show usually. It's gonna be more about a different kind of concept crossover. I've never done this before, but I quickly pick up the pieces and run with it. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be exciting. I think. We're gonna interview 3 people, right? Some cheerleaders, some former cheerleaders, right? You're not on.
Your mic, moron.
Yeah, your mic is not on. But we're interviewing a former player. That's also
Troy Drain.
Troy Green.
Drain.
Who?
Drain.
Who?
Troy Drain.
Speak up.
I am speaking.
Gosh.
Up.
Troy Drake.
Drayton.
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 Okay.
Like
Troy.
Drayton.
Drayton.
Drake.
It's like I'm like in a
Because I didn't hear him. I'm like
speech
Drake.
class.
I'm like
or something.
Drake coming.
Yeah,
Drake.
you're gonna be interviewing Troy Drayton, who played for the St. Louis Rams.
Okay. St. Louis Rams.
First, and then he moved over to the Miami Dolphins. I think it was from 1989 to 1992. And one of the cheerleaders, her name is Etta Priest. There we go. And she has her own fitness program, but she's also a Miami Dolphins cheerleader. And the other one is Jamie. I forgot how to pronounce her name, but her
They
name's
cheerleaders, bro. You're not supposed to forget their names. Come on now.
Actually, I gave it to Ralph on the.
So we're doing that special tomorrow.
Special
so
tomorrow at 7:00.
that's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be here tomorrow, 7:00. Tune in.
And they're gonna be talking about their Armed Forces tour that they do every year. So it's going to be an exciting thing, and
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And it's a great opportunity to have an NFL team, just doing an interview, even though it's over the phone.
Right.
But it's better, better than nothing.
They're giving us their time, so that's pretty insane.
Right.
I'm looking forward to that.
Tomorrow, so everybody tune in at 7 p.m. and you'll get all the logistics.
Yeah, definitely go live so I can make sure I can share it.
Yeah, we'll definitely go live. Like I said, it's something different. Never done it before.
I'll call up here and prank y'all.
I was asked. Well, I kind of like put myself.
Yay or nay? Call up here and prank them, or
I kind of like
Should I
volunteered
prank 'em?
myself, right?
I should prank them.
Nah, I should do it tomorrow.
You sure?
Yeah, possible.
All right.
Hey, I kind of volunteered myself like 2-3 weeks ago.
What if I only just prank him?
You can prank him.
Right.
Yeah, but don't prank me while I'm asking these questions.
No, I'm waiting until.
But I volunteered myself. Ruben had said it, and I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. And then Ruben was like, hey, by the way, we're gonna got you doing this show on the show on this day.
By the way, it's a
I was
couple
like,
of cheerleaders.
oh crap, it really happened. Okay, let's do this. So I'm excited.
And next week, if this since it's the first real live NFL team to be interviewed, the one member, the lady Jamie, like I said, I think she's like the superintendent manager or something like that for the Miami Dolphins. So she's actually current with the team. and also with the cheerleaders. The other one, I think, Etta Priest, I think she's retired from the cheerleaders from the band films, I believe. But you can ask all those questions.
Still a cheerleader, though.
Yes,
so.
yeah, she's still a cheerleader.
Yeah.
They're very beautiful women to that.
Yeah, you just act like you forgot their names. You know their names. They actually, you got their posters on your wall. Shut up.
And I was going to say,
Probably does. You never know.
and
does.
tune in
It's
next
Ruben.
week because we'll have the Redskins next week.
I might not be.
I gotta tell my cousin to tune in.
I may not be
that.
tuning in for that.
My cousin is a diehard Redskins fan. His
I
whole
may not.
family
I
down
may
in
not be
Virginia.
in for that one, but listen, I'm still, still tune in. You know, because
We got this one, bro.
I wanted to touch on something else though, man.
well, we only got 3 minutes. 10,
Yeah,
5
I know
minutes.
it's super juicy, but still, yo, you been keeping up with this R. Kelly controversy stuff?
Not really
But
much.
You heard of it?
Not really. Like, I kind of lost my, respect for R. Kelly back in the day when this peeing videos came out, and and then recently, he's got like a, cult that these young girls go leave their homes and they go pledge their lives to him, and I don't want to be a fan of that shit.
Man,
Get that shit out of my.
Yo,
Get that shit out of here.
Going crazy. Like I actually got people like that's actually unfriending other people like over their comments, and I'm serious. Like I got people on my timeline who just completely against that whatsoever. They like, look, like I ain't never have to see him do it. It's too many allegations. If he was with minors, this is that and the third. Like I'm done with him. Then you got people that's just like, it's R. Kelly. Like he's the greatest. Like he make great music. I got people that's unfriending people like over these things, man. And I'm just, I'm not saying.
But I don't think it has to go that far. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's not the friends that you need to unfriend. It's, just boycott R. Kelly's music. That's it.
I mean, like the fact that R. Kelly is wrapped up in this controversy don't make me want to stop listening to hip hop. The way that Jerry Sandusky was covered in that controversy, that don't make me want to stop watching Penn State football.
Or football in general.
The fact, like any given day, if some type of controversy with like a Catholic priest don't make me want to drop a religion. You know what I'm saying? So you got to isolate it. Like you got to go individually, like to that individual person. Again, everything is pretty much innocent till proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like that man is his own individual. Do I agree with the stuff personally or that lifestyle? No. But I could also say that at the same time, like when we was in middle school and high school, some of these girls kind of act like they had grown men, coming to pick them up. And those dudes weren't right then. Me personally, like if I come across it now, let's just say somebody's like harassing, like this grown man is like harassing like a 12-year-old girl, or he's trying to get with her at 7:30, and I know about it. I'm knocking the head off.
Yeah.
Personally. And it's like, look, aside from all of that, I respect R. Kelly and all this other stuff, and then it's part of me that just want to punch him in the face.
Like I said,
I'm mixed.
Get that shit out of my face, man.
Like I want to punch him in the face, but at the same time, I'm like, I grew up to his music, so it hurt. You know what I'm saying? To like actually have to drop an icon down on my respect level a couple notches. That's just where I'm at with it. He's an icon in my eyes. He's a legend. With all of this stuff that's coming out, I'm sorry to say he dropped a couple notches. I might dance to some of his. I don't even know. I don't even know no more. It's such a tug of war. I don't even know if I want to dance to it. It's uncomfortable. Like I don't know.
What are your shout outs?
I just want to get that off my chest. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to Ruben. Shout outs to Hamilton Radio. Shout outs to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to Donnell McDuffie, man, for he felt bad because I guess he moved away, and he said, before he moved, he never got a chance to catch a show. And I did the DVD, and it's for a lot of people that are out of state, like a lot of my family or like whatever the case may be. It's going to make it to the social media platform with YouTube and everything else. It's just not yet. I'm waiting for all of that. I want to try to, we were Ruben, we was talking about the link, and all of that to try to, build links and stuff for it, like SoundCloud and all of that other stuff. Keep me posted. Like whatever you want to do, I'll be a test dummy. I'll be a lab rat.
Well, I will interject. Ruben, if you know what Ruben has, he has the video library, the movie library.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
You can put it on there.
You were saying something about that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on his word. Like whenever you're ready, I'm like, yo, give it a go. So
I'm
yeah,
working
shout out.
with,
I'm not done with my shout outs, so shout out to
I'm sorry, dude. I know you're
and
asking.
shout out to all of my family and friends, man. Happy New Year's to every last one of y'all.
Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays. So blessed to be doing this still in 2019. When we started this, 14?
Yeah.
We started this at 14, right? 2014. Now it's 2019. We are going on our 5th year. It's our 5th, right? Official year?
April, right?
April will be our 5th official year. It is, if you told me that we'd be doing this 2019, I wouldn't believe you. But shout out to, to the guys, How to Radio, that gave us the platform. Shout out to my co-host, Mr. Billy the Kid, that always, always brings that, that missing element, missing key to, the show. Other than that, listen, if it was just me, I'd be just boring ass speaking, I'd put you to sleep with this voice probably. He keeps you on your toes. But shout out to, House Radio, Ruben, Gene, Monk. Shout out to Billy the Kid. Shout out to the fans, listeners, everybody all around the world. Shout out to, everybody's on Facebook. Shout out to the local people. Happy holidays again. Happy New Year. Shout out to my wife, my daughter, and my son. And we're the Freestyle Freaks. I'm Ralphie Rotten. This is Billy the Kid, and we're out.